quantum computing is coming in 2 to 8 years and Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet is going to get hacked, your bank accounts across the world are going to get hacked. There's federal governments and health records and all sorts of other things are going to get hacked. They're thinking about like, I need a full Bitcoin. That's the biggest thing. If they think about it in market cap and compare it to gold, they compare it to real estate, compare it to how much money is in the world. 2 trillion is a baby asset compared to what it could be. Trump is putting that pressure on the Fed to keep cutting those rates. Trump's been threatening everything left and right. If we do get massive rate cuts, what does that do on the flip side?
Welcome, dude. Tell me about yourself. I don't know much about you. Tell me about yourself.
I mean, I've been in the Bitcoin space probably since 2016, 2017. Dabbled a little bit back then, and then kind of as we got into 2020, 2021, that's when I kind of started to go all in and just, it became my passion, right? Like, kind of came from more of a real estate background. And then once I learned about Bitcoin, everything just changed, right? So kind of over the last few years, kind of slowly converting, and it's been a fun ride.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I really got into it in like the 2020 era.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's like it consumes your mind so much. It's wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, I went through quite a shitcoin and NFT phase before I finally got into Bitcoin, but it's kind of the path for everybody, right? Like, you start out with a meme coin like Doge or Pepe or something, and then it kind of eventually spirals into, ooh, maybe I can make money with Cardano or Graph or something that has utility. And then eventually you're like, I should just stick to Bitcoin. I'm losing in all these places, right? Like,
I know. It's such a casino, and it's really easy to get sucked into it, dude.
Yes.
It's like
100%.
It's like if you just go on X and type in any of those shitcoins that you just mentioned, like back in 2020, you would see those everywhere.
Absolutely.
Like, dude, buy this, and then like it would go up, and it would go up like 20x,
right?
And so people would just have it in their mind, like, oh, I can just throw money into it, and it goes up, and then you lose everything on it, and you're like,
damn it!
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Right. I'm sure some people are feeling that way about treasury companies right now too. It's just all the up and down, and but we'll see. At least it's Bitcoin backed. I mean, we'll see how that turns out. So
yeah, for sure. What's that one? NAKA. Have you been?
Yeah, Naka. Right? Yeah, no, I haven't looked into that one yet. I keep seeing it on X everywhere. I keep seeing that it fell a bunch, but exactly. I feel like they all fell a bunch, right? Like.
Yeah,
even Metaplanet, right? Which I'm pretty big in. Even Metaplanet, like that's gone down from its highs. But I think some of them are better than others for sure. I mean, it all depends on their leadership and kind of their thesis and how they're funding these things. So, yeah.
No, I agree. I'm not too huge into them, but yeah, same thing. I see it everywhere. But yeah, I was just thinking like Naka compared to like the Dogecoin or like the other shit coins, because I just keep seeing it and people are like, oh, I bought it at 32. I'm going to buy it at X amount. And it's like $5. And now it's like $1. And I'm like, dude, that's everything. Like, it's gone.
It's gone.
Like,
yeah. It's not coming back.
No. Dude. So you did real estate. Are you still in real estate? I saw you were posting like you were selling something. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So started in real estate back in 2017. At that point I was like, I want to get cash flow. I want to escape the 9 to 5. What's the best way to do it? Right. And at that point I had an uncle who told me how he just bought a couple of fourplexes and how great it's going, right? How much money he's making. And so me and one of my friends, we started buying properties, right? And from 2017 to 2020, I think we had bought 7 single-family homes, right? And so we went all in, right? So we just kept buying, and each one was actually cash flowing like $1,000 a month, right? Before accounting for maintenance and stuff, but like once you account for that, it's probably like 700 or so per property per month. So it was pretty good, but if you compare that to Bitcoin, right? There's no competition. I mean, back in 2017, like I could have bought so much more Bitcoin with that, right? Like I'd be well retired by now. But instead, we were throwing money into properties, which let's get it straight. It's better than cash. It's better than fiat, right? But it's still, when you compare it to Bitcoin, there's no second best. So now from 2021 to 2025, we've kind of started selling slowly, right? So we went from 7 down to 5, down to 4, and now we just sold one 2 months ago, and I have a sale coming up on Tuesday. And so we'll be down to one rental left starting after Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm just glad to be done with, like, mostly done with late night calls, like maintenance, like property insurance, taxes, like all that stuff. It's a pain, man. It takes away all the cash flow. And not only that, right? When you go to sell, you have like so many expenses. Like the property we sold a couple months ago, $37,000 in repairs. We basically had to flip the house, right? Like it was destroyed by one tenant who lived there for 7 years. We just didn't check in that often. We renew the lease once a year. House looked okay, but like we didn't go into the nitty gritty. Like everything's just bad. And so this house too was like $15,000 when we were selling in repairs and staging and all sorts of hidden costs, right? Basically takes away like 1 or 2 years of cash flow. So it's like if you don't win on the appreciation, you kind of just broke even, right? Thankfully, we did win on the appreciation by quite a bit, but now it's like I wish I had kind of sold a few years ago. It's better late than ever, right? Because Bitcoin's going to keep going up over the next 10, 20, 30 years. But yeah, it's been a ride. It's fun. It's been fun. So learned a lot. I take it as a learning experience for sure.
Yeah. No, that sounds brutal having to like fix everything and then like and
Thankfully,
then you're
I have a rock star realtor team, and he has 40 rentals himself, and so he has a whole team of people that like handymen that he employs to do all this. So he contracted everything out for us. So we were just kind of just here's the money, go do it. So yeah, I'm not a handyman myself, so definitely just had to go that route.
That's awesome. So are you just are you just converting all that straight into Bitcoin? How are you moving that? Or are you gonna keep some in cash to live off of?
So
Or tell
yeah,
me your
I don't really
strategy.
like to keep much cash, because if I need to get cash for something, I can always sell my Bitcoin or borrow against it, right? If I really need to. But what my plans are for the cash is, well, we just booked a trip abroad, so I'm gonna quickly pay that off with some of the proceeds, and then the rest is just gonna go straight into Bitcoin. I'm still trying to figure out, am I just gonna buy this current dip at like 109 right now, just straight up, or am I gonna maybe buy half of it and then put the rest in River and continue my hourly DCA strategy? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, tell me about that. You've been posting a lot about the DCA thing and leaving cash. Obviously, you want to gain interest on that
sure,
cash because don't leave it in a bank.
right,
But tell me about your DCA strategy
yeah.
and how you go about that.
So yeah, I'm DCing $10 an hour right now. I think half at the top of the hour, half at the bottom of the hour. So I think that's what, like $240 a day, right? So about, yeah, like 1,500 a week. I don't know, something like that, right? So I've just been throwing like 5 to 6K into River like a month. It gets the interest at 3.75%, and then it just takes from that cash amount that's getting interest and just funnels into Bitcoin at every price, right? So it takes the guesswork out of it for me. This whole dilemma I have right now of how much Bitcoin should I buy on Tuesday, right? Like I'm actually gonna leave it up to my ex followers. I'm gonna put out a tweet that says on Tuesday morning, like, hey, for every piece of engagement I get on this tweet, I'm gonna buy $10 of Bitcoin. So I'm gonna let them tell me how much Bitcoin I'm buying Tuesday night, and the rest is just gonna go straight into that DCA account.
Dang, dang.
So
I'll be waiting for that
yeah,
one. I'm gonna retweet it. I'm gonna quote retweet it. And
comment, like, that's $40 right there.
yeah, yeah. No, dude, that's such a good strategy because I never with my own strategy, I never thought of like just moving cash into something like River. Like every time I get extra money, I just whatever the price is that
Buy
day
it.
or that week, like maybe I'll wait like a week or something. I just buy.
Sure.
And I just because I hate the thought of trying to time a market,
Right.
and I personally never was like, oh yeah, I'll just do like a $10 an hour type
Sure.
thing.
Sure.
I never thought about that.
Yep.
And so I'm glad that you're saying it because I'm sure that will help people
Yeah.
be like, why am I trying to time this market? Like people are trying to like, I'm gonna buy so much once it hits
I
80K.
know.
No, the
You're
fuck
never
you
gonna
aren't.
buy it. You're just never gonna buy it.
Dude, I hate that because as soon as it gets to
You're like,
80K,
I'm
there
scared.
oh, it's gonna go to 70. I know it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you just. I get it. Hourly might be overkill for some people. I literally just want every price, right? But like daily's enough. Just go daily, or even like every 12 hours, right? If you want to go, in that much every 12 hours, right? Like it's good enough. So
No, that's awesome. I only do weekly right
that's
now.
also fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it hasn't been like anything stressful. It's
sure.
not like a crazy amount.
Yep.
It's just like enough every Sunday evening around like 8 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern.
that's what you do? That's the time you pick, right when that weekly candle hits? That's dangerous. Because you're going
Dude,
to be
it
hitting the
either
most volatile hour. That and like Monday morning when US stock market opens, I've seen like the
yeah,
most volatility. So,
yep, that's so I picked that time because for like 2 months every Sunday night it would go up. And so and I was like, "Dang, I don't want that." But then like all of a sudden it switched and now every Sunday it's crashing.
sure.
And so
There you go,
I've been
DCA.
buying the dip.
It's exactly what
Yeah.
DCA does. Yeah, so I've been
No.
trying to figure out, right? Like, do I just keep upping my DCA or I keep it the same and if I have extra cash, right? Do I time the market with those funds, right? Like big crash or dip comes like crash, like mini crash, right? Like if like we had a rapid fall from like 109 to 100 like in like 2 hours of candles, right? Maybe that's when I save some of that extra cash for while my DCA continues, right? So I'm trying to draw that line of how do I do that, right? What's the best strategy? So I don't know if you have thoughts around, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, here's how I think about it. If you're buying around from 100 to 120K, in 5 years, you're not going to give a
doesn't
shit.
matter,
It doesn't.
right?
And so if you're buying when you think is like an appropriate time buying within $5,000 of like what you think is a good
Yeah,
deal, then it doesn't really matter. And
exactly.
so I'm like, just buy. But I do like how, I mean, get it. It feels good
Yeah,
when you buy a dip and it
absolutely,
goes up.
absolutely.
It just
Oh, it
feels
feels
good.
great.
And it feels like shit when you buy at 120,000 and it goes down to 108,000 the next
It's
week.
like
That
that
feels
meme.
like
It's when the dip keeps dipping.
shit. It does. It does. It's brutal.
Yeah.
And no, so the DCA is simple. You don't have to think about it. It's like the easiest thing. And yeah, I love that. And then so how does the interest, let's just use like $10,000 as like an example. So you put 10 grand into
Mhm.
say River
Yep.
or whatever.
Yep.
And okay, and then that just gets interest, the 3.74?
75%. It accrues
Okay.
daily, and it pays out
Oh,
once a
okay.
month. So
Okay.
it's like kind of accrues and sits there and tells you, here's how much Bitcoin you're getting every day. And then it pays you at the end of the month because every day that balance changes, right? If you're DCing from that balance, first day it's 10,000, the next day it's 9,400, then 90, whatever, right? You get it, right? Like, so the
Yeah.
amount of Bitcoin you get every day goes down, but then at the end of the month it'll pay out,
Okay.
right?
Okay. And then that money's just sitting there. So like you said, if it drops from 109 to 100 in a 2-hour candle, you can still just take that money and big buy, right?
Yep,
Because it's already
yep,
sitting there.
absolutely. It's sitting there. Yeah, you can turn off your DCA or you can just smash buy it, whatever you want. Exactly.
It's awesome.
The thing though, I as much as I love River for DCA, right? I'll be honest, it's not my preferred smash buy exchange because I think they do they do have a 1% spread, or like a 1% and fees, right? Like most exchanges do. When you're smash buying, when you're DCAing, there's a zero fee, for that trade every hour, and then also the spread is only like $300-400 on Bitcoin. So it's not bad at all. It's like the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get it if you're willing to wait. But if you're just gonna smash buy, I found that Coinbase Advanced, not Coinbase, Coinbase Advanced is the cheapest place to smash buy.
Really?
Yes. So like I posted, I think it might already be might still be pinned on my my X, but their entire fee structure this morning, and um it's every time I smash buy on Coinbase Advanced, it has the lowest fees and no spread. Zero spread.
Okay.
So
And we have no affiliate with any of these, by the way.
correct, absolutely not. I have no affiliate with them either. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like Strike. Strike
yeah, I've
has
heard
been
Strike
my
is
kind of
great.
favorite.
Yeah.
Because after like what the first week or something of your automatic DCA, then there's zero fees. But you do get
So
a
same
little
as
bit of the
River
spread.
then. Same as River.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get the spread, but it's only like a couple $100 of
Perfect.
a spread.
Great.
So I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, so it's probably
Um,
very comparable to River then when it comes to the DCA strategy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is great.
And then how have you found the rewards credit cards? I know you've been experimenting with those,
Yeah,
dude.
that's been fun. So, ever since I turned 18, right? I've been on the Points Guy websites. I've been like credit card guruing it, with like Amex, Chase, and like all those different, you know, different avenues. So Amex Platinum, Amex Gold, Chase Sapphire Reserve, like all those different things. And now that Bitcoin credit cards are like getting more popular, I've started transitioning to those. So I'll still keep my Amex Plat for like flights, and like it's basically like a coupon booklet now. I don't know if you saw the new rewards, but um, everything else I'm switching over to Gemini and Coinbase One credit card. I mean, it's kind of unbeatable because if you think about it, right? Let's say you buy something for $100 today and you get like 4% in Bitcoin rewards, right? And Bitcoin 10x's from here, and you don't sell your Bitcoin. Obviously, no one sells their Bitcoin. You just got to hodl. That 4% turns into an effective 40% on whatever you're spending today. If you think about it that way, because if Bitcoin 10x's, your rewards 10x as well. If you're playing the long game and you believe in Bitcoin, I don't think you can beat Bitcoin rewards credit cards. I mean, Amex and Chase can't compete with those.
Yeah. No, I agree. I first started using the BlockFi one,
Oh,
and
yeah,
yeah,
that's more of a BlockFi problem, right? Like I don't trust exchanges really, but BlockFi was doing all the crazy stuff that Celsius and FTX were doing with lending out and getting those high interest rates and giving it back to their consumers, right? The current
yeah,
exchanges, they're not doing any of that. Gemini not taking your money and then giving you like a 10% interest rate on your Bitcoin, and neither is Coinbase. Like with most stuff, right? Like I think that risk is relatively low now. There could be some other black swan event that I'm not even thinking about. Um, with all the
for sure.
USDC stuff happening, like stable coins, like maybe something happens there, but like I think it's highly doubtful at this point. I think the space every single year it goes every single time it goes through one of things, it matures and people learn, right? These companies learn from their mistakes or from other companies' mistakes, and they make sure they don't do them. They make sure they keep their trust up, otherwise they're gonna go out of business. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, the BlockFi one, I was really fortunate because I was using it, but I didn't keep any money on there.
mm,
And so
nice,
I was doing the thing that I actually still do. I would like spend $1,000 or $100 and I would pay it off immediately.
nice,
Take the Bitcoin rewards and send it to a hot wallet. So it
sure,
was automatically off that
perfect.
like their platform.
That's the way to do
And
it.
yeah. And then, so when they crashed, you get the email that says, hey, you can't take your Bitcoin off of our platform.
Oh,
And I was like, oh shit. And then I look and I'm like, oh yeah, I do that anyway.
yeah,
So
that's probably like one of the worst days ever for most people that were on those three exchanges. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
No, I use the Gemini one. That one has been great.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, getting anywhere from 1 to 4% on most purchases.
Yep.
This summer I was getting
Golfing,
the 10% on golf.
golfing, and my gym membership counted for that too. I don't know how. Yeah,
Whoa.
so like I have a gym membership that's subsidized through my job, and when I pay for it, it gives me 10% rewards every time. Obviously, that ends in 3 days, but like it was great. Get $10 back on a $100 gym membership. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I haven't used the Coinbase
I'm
one,
liking it
so
a lot so far. Once I get through like a month or two of it, I'm gonna do a full review on X and on YouTube. But yeah, it's been nice. Getting a full 4%, it's been pretty awesome just on everything. And now, like, I've never been able to do, like, all those places that are like, oh, we charge a 2% fee or a 3% fee for credit cards. Like, my daycare does that, right? Starting Monday, I'm going to be using that card at daycare, which gives me an extra 2% off my daycare. And that's like $4.50 a week. I mean, it adds up over time, right? Like,
yeah.
so it's kind of awesome.
No, you've been earning like crazy rewards. I'm not as ballsy as you to like use my credit cards that
Sure.
way. Like, cause you use it for like everything, I
Absolutely.
feel like.
Yeah, you can't use debit. In this day and age, you got to maximize those things. I just can't use a debit card or like a bank transaction anymore unless it's the only way, right? Like some merchants don't accept anything else, like my utility bill or like, my cell phone bill. They give me $25 off a month if I use my bank account instead of my credit card. So it's like there's circumstances like that where you're coming out ahead, but mostly just use the credit cards and pay it off in full statement. Be responsible and you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think people, that's where they get into a lot of trouble
Sure.
is they overspend, and then because you don't think about it when you're spending on your credit card, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I owe, 3 grand on my credit
Yep.
card and I don't have enough to pay that. And
Yeah.
then you have 27% interest on your credit card or something crazy like that. And then now you're working
The rewards
backwards. You're
are
not.
worthless then, right? Like thankfully I've never had to pay a single penny of interest to any credit card my entire life. But like some people are not that fortunate or like they don't think about that, right? There's like, "Oh, I'll pay it off later." They don't understand that whatever you're putting on your card is 27% more expensive if you don't pay it off like you would like use it as a debit card, right? Like if your mentality is I'm going to use this credit card as a debit card and auto pay it every month, there's no reason not to, right? Like no brainer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Um I feel like we kind of skipped over the real estate thing. How because if you so you were getting cash flow.
Yeah.
And but if you had turned that money into Bitcoin instead of buying these duplexes or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you see investing in real estate versus Bitcoin these days? Because going from full-time pretty much real estate into selling it all, and now like is your partner even on board with this? Is he going all in on Bitcoin with you? Like
He has been
how is this all
he has been
happening?
all in on Bitcoin from even before me. Like every time I was like, "Hey, let's buy another property. Let's buy another property." He's like, "I don't know. I kind of want to buy more Bitcoin." Right? So he's got more. He's got way more Bitcoin than I do. And he's just killing it right now. But yeah, that's why he keeps selling with me. He's like, "Yeah, I just want to buy more Bitcoin." And it was good diversifying at the time, and then once you really study and learn Bitcoin, you realize diversification out of the best asset is a losing strategy. So once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it, right? So you're kind of stuck now as a Bitcoin maxi. Like now you know that real estate is inferior to Bitcoin. It's time to sell it one by one and convert it all. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So so you guys are completely done
Yeah, we
after
got
this
one
after you.
left, and in that last house, we have a third partner as well, and he's not as much into Bitcoin, and so we're kind of playing it and like not gonna force his hand. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, when I first reached out, it was like because you were posting these banging like these tweets were great and they were going crazy because you kept talking about like the 10 lies of Bitcoin. And I was like, dude, we kind of have to talk about this because people do not talk about it. And I hate it because when you talk to normal people,
Yeah,
it gets brought up every single time. And so I kind of wanted to go through some of the 10 lies, like that video that you made.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
Oh man, it's been a while. Yes.
well, I wrote them down and I just wanted to go over some of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, like Bitcoin's used for criminals.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that one.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like the US dollar and fiat currencies are used way more for criminal activity. Like there's always this fallacy that, hey, Bitcoin is used by criminals, right? Because it's untraceable, it's untrackable. But with US dollars and fiats, I mean, there's ways around that, right? You buy these assets that you can wash your money through and launder your money through. It's the same thing. You can't say that Bitcoin is the like for criminals when now it's being used by corporations as treasuries, nation states. Like it's not just for criminals. It's grown, right? And I think a lot of people think back to Silk Road. Oh, it's for drugs and those type of things, right? But like all these things have to start somewhere, and then they grow and they change and they get adopted by the masses. And it's not just for criminals. It is what I'll say.
Yeah.
So
I think wasn't it proven that like it's less than like 1% of transactions in
absolutely,
Bitcoin?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I think USD is way more, right? Like fiat currencies all over the world, way more criminal activity than Bitcoin.
Well, those are unmeasurable,
Right.
like because
Exactly. Exactly.
you can't physically tell how many US dollars there are and how they exchange hands, and you can't tell who's doing the criminal activity because when it exchanges hands, it's not recorded
Yep.
anywhere.
Yep. Exactly.
And so when people say that, it drives me crazy because I'm like, you can physically go see like Bitcoin trading hands
Exactly. You
if they're
can follow the
sending.
money. You can follow it back. Unless it's gone through like Tornado Cash or something. You can follow it back. Right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
so
And then, all right, the next one. You said wasted energy. We've all
yeah.
heard it,
Yeah.
but tell me about how Bitcoin is not a waste of energy.
I feel like there's so much excess energy around the world. And now these countries are figuring out, hey, instead of just wasting this energy and letting it like go to wherever, let's use that energy to get some mining rigs going or throw it in some like computing power, right? Like and use that to mine Bitcoin. And so I think a lot of this, and if you remember back to when Tesla was letting Bitcoin get accepted for their vehicles, remember? And then they got some backlash, and Elon was like, okay, we won't do it until energy sources have become more than, or like it's become more than 50% renewable energy for Bitcoin. Well, that threshold passed a couple years ago. He didn't bring it back, but it's passed. It's been proven, right? Like, it's not a waste of energy. In fact, it's using excess energy to do something good with it rather than let it go to waste. I think that's a win.
Yeah. And one thing people don't understand about energy is when there's excess energy, they either burn it off
Mm-hmm.
or it's gone for forever.
Exactly.
And so no matter what, that energy has to either go to something or it's wasted.
Exactly.
And so, and another thing, Bitcoin miners, they pay for this energy, right? You have to pay for it. It makes 0 sense for a Bitcoin miner to pay for expensive energy. They're not going to pay top dollar. They're going to go find the wasted energy
Yep.
and the excess energy that's not being used, and they're going to use that instead because they can get it for pennies on the dollar in
Absolutely.
comparison. Yeah. Yeah, I
Clear
think that
win.
one, yeah. And that one pisses me off too because people are like, oh my God, Bitcoin uses more than other countries. And I'm like, dude, so do your Christmas lights. Like, we
Right.
know this.
Exactly.
And then what about, all right, Bitcoin's too volatile.
Volatility is not a bug, it's a feature. I mean, that's my favorite line. You hear it everywhere, right? Like, if you want to go and get treasury bills and just get that, whatever, I don't even know if it's positive right now, but small percentage and, not even beat inflation, go for it. I want to kill inflation. I want to outperform everything, right? And the only way you do it is with volatility. And once you trust the asset and believe in the asset, the negative volatility is a feature because it allows you to buy more cheaper at a discount. And then when you know that positive volatility is going to come back, then you're way better off. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like volatility is it's just used for people that are either A, not invested in it, or B, they just want an excuse to like shame it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like, I
Yeah,
mean,
the biggest thing you hear is volatility. I mean, Bitcoin just goes up and down so much. Like one day it could be here, one day it could be worth zero, and I'm like, you just don't understand Bitcoin.
well, I love this one too. When people are like, "Yeah, it's so volatile," I'm like, how's the value of your dollar doing over the past 50
Seriously.
years?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Has
goodness.
that one recovered yet? I haven't seen that one go up at all.
Yeah, people don't realize that their food and everything. I mean, they see that it's getting more expensive, like everything around them, but they don't realize it's because the dollar is going down. They just think, oh, people they're raising prices because companies are greedy, whatnot. Like they don't understand economics and how it works, right? So, it's funny you bring up this video. I don't remember if this was one of my 10, but was quantum computing one of them?
It can be banned.
Yeah, quantum computing, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's another myth. Literally, like 2 hours ago, my mother-in-law sent me a text of an article like, "Oh, quantum computing is gonna kill Bitcoin," and then she texted me like, "Oh, is it gonna go down? What's gonna happen?" And the article just talked about how quantum computing is coming in 2 to 8 years, and Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet is gonna get hacked, and those coins are gonna get sold into the market. And my answer to that is, I mean, your bank accounts across the world are going to get hacked way before Bitcoin, right? Like there's federal governments and like health records and all sorts of other things are going to get hacked way faster. There's way bigger things to worry about than Bitcoin getting hacked because if quantum computing really like came to light and destroyed like all these all encryption across the world, right? I mean, we have huge issues to deal with, not just Bitcoin. I mean, that's a I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the implications, but that would be way bigger. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not smart enough to like understand how that all works, but I do know if someone uses quantum computing and they decide to attack Bitcoin, first of all, the value of Bitcoin is going to plummet if Bitcoin becomes somehow hacked.
mhm,
And okay, so they just hacked something and now it's worth not much.
right,
So why would you attack that?
right.
Second of all, your bank account can be hacked way
Yeah,
easier,
they don't have
way faster.
SHA-256 and all sorts of crazy things, right? Like, well,
Yeah,
some might, but like some banks are very primitive.
yeah. I'm not too worried about quantum computing. I think that's way overblown. And like you said, if it does happen, I think we have bigger things to worry about, like maybe national security
Exactly.
or
Nuclear codes, right? Like
yeah,
I think we're at least 50 plus years out from an actual quantum computer being able to do that level of damage, right? And I think by then our encryption's only going to get stronger and stronger and when we have quantum computing maybe that can build something. Like I'm not a quantum computing expert. I don't really know how it works, but like I'm sure that could build something to stop, quantum computing hacking. So,
yeah.
we'll see. Depends who gets their hands
No,
on it first, I guess.
right? Yeah, I guess it does. Because, yeah,
Is it going to be the
you get
NSA or is it going to be some bad actor, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, definitely, definitely. That's the same thing with AI. I
Yes.
mean, AI is developing so fast. It's like whoever gets their hands on AI, dude, like if a bad actor gets their hands on it, it's going to be used to wreck people.
Exactly.
It already can be with like these fake videos and stuff. It's almost hard to tell what's real and what's not already.
Right. Right. It's crazy. Some of
And
these videos look insanely real.
no, I know. I can't. Every time you see a video, you're like, "Is that AI? Is it no?"
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But and then all right, Bitcoin will be replaced. Someone's going to create the next Bitcoin.
They've already tried. I mean, thousands and thousands of coins have tried to replace Bitcoin. But Bitcoin was first to market. It's been, invented by someone who's kind of said it's for the world and there's no centralized owner. All these other coins, there's always going to be some sort of centralization, like Ethereum Foundation or the Cardano owner or whoever, right? Like whoever created these coins. Um, and the ones that are kind of new that are like claiming to be like fully decentralized, like I feel like it's too late, right? Like the money is gonna go to the thing that got here first, and that's Bitcoin, right? Like mass adoption started, and that's it. Like that's gonna be the digital asset to own.
I think one of the biggest things too about that is that there is no creator that's known,
Correct.
because
Yep.
every every other coin has a CEO, correct? Or at least
Or
if
like
they,
someone, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Someone that's known for the most part.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I think the biggest one that we deal with right now, because we're over 100K, is that they're like late to the party. They missed
Yeah,
the boat.
it's not just late, it's just that price, like 100,000 for a coin. Like they're not thinking about it in sats, they're thinking about like I need a full Bitcoin. It's I can't think of the word right now, but it's like that price bias, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the biggest
it
thing.
is.
And they're not thinking market cap. So if they think about it in market cap and compare it to gold, they compare it to real estate, compare it to like how much money is in the world market cap wise, right? Like 2 trillion is a baby asset. Like it's big, but it's still a baby compared to what it could be. So, yeah, I don't know what your 20, 30 year price target is, but it's way higher than 2 million market cap.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, in I mean 20 years, I don't think anyone knows, because if mass adoption really takes off like the internet, um I think we could definitely see a lot higher price than most predictions. I think that's also impossible to predict.
Right. Right.
But no, I completely agree. I mean, when you see $100,000 Bitcoin, it's scary, because you're like, it has to go to 200,000 for me to double my
I
money.
know.
Like,
I
bro,
know.
you're like, no, you don't understand. Bitcoin is $100,000, but it's only a $2 trillion asset. Gold is what, 20 trillion
Yeah,
now?
18 to 20, something like 20. Yeah. So 18 to 23, something like that. Yeah.
That's a 10x
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
Okay, is Bitcoin better than gold?
For sure. I think so.
So then why is that even a debate?
Exactly.
Because it's, I mean,
I
as
guess
far
the
as I'm,
critics could say, gold was here first. Gold's been around for 5,000 years, right? And kind of what I was saying with the altcoins, like first to market. But gold is very different. It's a hard, heavy metal that if you look at the 8 sound principles of money, right? Like gold can't compete with Bitcoin. There's no shot there. So,
yeah.
yeah,
No, being late to the party is, um it's it's like reinforced in their own head that if they buy in, um all their friends when it goes down are going to tell them they're an idiot.
hmm
And then so you get scared.
sure,
I get it.
sure,
um I think it takes a lot of education and a lot of conviction to get to a point where you're like, $100,000 is still cheap.
yeah, it is. I think so.
I mean, you're still buying at crazy amounts.
Yeah, yeah. Never stop buying. That's the motto with Bitcoin. Because if you look out 10, 15 years, right? I mean, I guess it depends on your age. I'm still in my early 30s, so if I'm looking out to wanting to, retire by 45, right? Like 13 years, Bitcoin will be at least over a million, right? I think that's probably coming in the next 8 years. But I think 2 million is not out of the question by the time I'm 45. Like I'm willing to wait and just keep stacking it until we get there, and then we'll see, right? Like
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, that's why I'm still buying as much as I physically can, because I don't want to be left behind either.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You just don't want to lose to inflation, right? Like all your goods and services are getting more expensive, and you need to be able to stay in line with that. So yeah, yeah.
Definitely. Do you think, I mean, since we're talking about price and all this stuff, I mean, Jerome Powell, the Fed, they cut rates once. Woohoo.
By a baby amount that does nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what do you think going forward? Do you think they're going to cut more rates? How do you think it's going to go for the rest of the
Yeah, I
year?
mean, I think their guidance was what 2 more times this year, or was it 3 more times this year, and then another 2 or 3 next year. I think Trump is putting that pressure on the Fed to keep cutting those rates, right? I don't know if he's gonna get replaced or whatnot. I mean, I know Trump's been threatening everything left and right, but yeah, I think in general rates will have to get cut a little bit. I'm not a full economist, but like if we do get massive rate cuts, what does that do on the flip side, right? Like maybe asset prices skyrocket, but then inflation also, like kind of how does that play hand in hand? So, as money gets cheaper, there's more money in the market, people borrow more, right? So M2 money supply is going to go up, which means Bitcoin's going to go up. I think either way, Bitcoin's going to go up. So I think there's that one asset where no matter what happens, eventually Bitcoin's just going to go up, like
Yeah.
in either scenario. So
I know, I love it.
yeah,
No, I think he did say 2 to 3 rate cuts, and then I think Jerome Powell's out next year in like March or
okay,
something.
yeah, I think he
And
might be right.
that's when he's done, and then whoever comes in is clearly going to be all in on Trump's agenda.
Yes,
And
because he
so
gets to pick the next person, right?
think
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Then so if he gets to pick the next person and they lower rates like 3 full basis points like Trump wants and money is free again,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
dude, people, you could be borrowing money for next to nothing,
Right.
and then you could just be buying Bitcoin with that borrowed money.
Correct. Yeah.
Do you think we'll have a bear market in 2026 then if something like that
So
happens?
I don't know if we're gonna have the traditional bear market that everyone is calling for. I think we're probably gonna get an eventual dip, maybe um, back to the 70, 80K range at most. And I think this is gonna happen over time, right? We're gonna get massive dips for 3 to 6 months, consolidation, and then the next leg up, right? And if it is like if we don't get out of the 4 year market cycle, like if we stay in it, I think we'll get down to 70, 80, 70-ish K and chill there for a while. What I think is more likely is not a long drawn out bear market, probably a dip to mid 80s to lower 90s, 3 to 6 months consolidation, next leg up. Dip down to 110, 120, 3 to 6 months consolidation, next leg up. I mean, those numbers are probably too low, but like you get the point. Like I think it's 3 to 6 months of consolidation, next leg up, and it's gonna keep going that way for a while. I think this is gonna be that cycle where everyone's like, "Oh, this is different," right? Until I see it, it's the same, right? Prove me wrong, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, everyone is talking about Uptober, and I'm like, man, how much would it suck if
October,
Uptober?
Upvember, and Upsember.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, dude, how much would that suck if Q4 was just like a dud
Yeah.
and everyone is just
If
expecting?
everyone's expecting something in the market, usually the opposite happens. So like he could very possibly we could just go down to 90 and chill there for 3 months, right? And then Q1 2026, when people are expecting like, oh, the bear market drop to 50s is coming, that's when we take off, right? Like it's always what people don't expect ends up happening.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah, that's why I think trading Bitcoin is probably like one of the dumbest things you can do.
Yes. Just buy and hold. There's no easier strategy, man.
Right on. So we did talk about treasury companies at the beginning. How are your feelings about treasury companies in
I mean, I think that eventually they're going to be the most valuable companies in the world. Right now, it sucks holding them. Like, it almost feels like a little mini bear market for them. I think the people with the highest conviction are still buying them. I'm just sticking to buying more Bitcoin. I'm holding all my Metaplanet. But you know, I'm just gonna keep buying more Bitcoin, and that's what I know. That's the safest place to be, right? I think they'll recover. I just don't know when. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the treasury companies are weird to me. They're a weird phenomenon that's happening this cycle, and I don't know what to make of them. I'm just like, I like to get people's opinion on them because it's like what a lot of people are talking about. But Michael Saylor is like kind of repaving. He's like paving a new path for this, and so I'm just like,
Sure, sure.
it's wild.
Yeah, he's killing it,
But
man. I mean, the amount of people that he's adopted in Bitcoin, gotta give him his credit there.
I know all you have to do is sit there and watch Michael Saylor talk for like an hour, and you'll be
You're
orange
set.
pilled.
You're set.
Um, all right, man. Is there any other I mean, what are you looking forward to with Bitcoin? How are you seeing things? Sentiment? What are your thoughts about, I mean, the next 10, 15, 20 years or even shorter than
I
that?
guess I'm just really looking forward to like this long drawn out consolidation to be over, right? Like I want to see that next leg up. Just it's fun, right? Like I'm happy stacking low, but I'm looking forward to see that next 175 to 200k range, right? And then kind of what happens from there. Kind of what's next. We already know what's going to happen 10 to 15 years from now. It's more like how's the ride going to be to get there, right? Like is it going to be a zoop to 500k, or is it going to be like what I said, slow and steady wins the race, right? Like kind of excited to see how it plays out. So, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that the amount of volatility that we have is gonna go down.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
um I think that the spikes up will not be as volatile, but the drop down will also not be as
Correct.
volatile.
It's exactly right.
And so that's what I'm expecting. And I've said this before, I do think if we get the high spike to, like the 250s, the 300s, then we will get the massive drop of 80%.
Mm,
And I think that will happen if we get the huge run up.
sure.
But I don't know if we have a force that will push us that high right now, unless uh, can you see any like force that could be buying to push us that
Yeah,
high?
if a major like top 7 government in the world decides to buy and kicks off an arms race, like an arms race of Bitcoin, right? I think that could easily kick that off. Like it would have to be a major country, not like a small country. So, like
Do
I'm
you think the US will do the SBR?
oh man, if they kick it off, yeah, every other country's gonna follow. I think the United States is actually gonna, as much as like we keep hearing, you like reserve bill and all that stuff, right? I think they're gonna be last because they have the world reserve currency right now. So why would they give that up and give up that power, right? Like I feel like it's all talk at this point, and I feel like it's gonna take another major country in the world to do it, and then the U.S. is like, well, crap, we need to get our shit together and start thinking about actually doing this now.
Really? You think another country will do it before
I
us?
think so. I think someone's gonna beat us to the punch, and then we're gonna be in catch-up mode. I don't know. I feel like the United States has the power with their currency across the world right now. Like, what incentive do they have to give that up right now?
Well, because I think if they print the US dollars for extremely cheap
Yep.
once rates are lowered, and Bitcoin, if they buy that asset and it goes up, the 10x
Mm-hmm.
in the next couple years, we're no longer in debt
Sure.
if depending on how much they
Sure.
buy. So it could be like a revolutionary
I'm
type
with you.
thing.
I know that's the right move. I just don't know if we have the people with the guts in the government to make that move, who are bold enough to do it. Right? Like, I don't know if we'll get the approvals from what is it going to take, a supermajority in Congress to do that, right? Like
Well, that's the shitty part because anything that the Republicans bring to the table, the Democrats hate, and vice versa. So
exactly.
if the Democrats bring it, the Republicans are going to be like, no.
Yeah, this needs to
And then,
become
so
a full bipartisan issue for it to go through like in full force. So,
yeah. No, I mean, it would be pretty cool if the US was like the first big like Mag 7 type country to be like, we're building a reserve, we're buying 1 million Bitcoin. They obviously would be extremely stupid to announce it before they bought.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The second that announcement comes out that they've bought or are buying, Bitcoin's gonna spike to like very extremely high prices. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, could you imagine if you heard like on like Sunday night that the US has been buying and they're trying to get to 1 million for their SBR?
Oh my
Like,
god.
dude, Monday morning would open up and there would be like a gap in the price from like it
Yeah,
just
yeah. People would be pouring into the ETFs to try to catch that. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know how good of a chance they'd get. Spot Bitcoin and derivatives would bring it up way before Monday morning, right? If that happened on a Sunday. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. I mean, I'm excited because I do think that with like Eric Trump, I think he's like pretty heavily into it. And I think with Trump in the presidency, we have a fair chance of getting some sort of Bitcoin strategic
Sure.
reserve.
Sure.
I hope we get it because you never know who could be president next.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
I would love to have a pro Bitcoin view in the United States moving forward. Like the U.S. hold it like gold.
Yeah. That'd be great. I mean, I would love for our currency to get back on some sort of standard, right? Like, I would love for it to be Bitcoin, but even if it got back on gold, right? Like, that's better than what we have today. I don't know how that would work because we've printed so much money, but like at least maybe we wouldn't be able to print more. I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either. I mean, I'm optimistic of the future. I did just listen to like a whole podcast about the fourth turning, and I was like, "Fuck! I need more guns. I need more ammo.
Yeah.
I need more Bitcoin.
Nice.
I need land."
There you go. Absolutely. Oh,
Dude,
good stuff.
you're awesome. I know it's a Saturday, and I appreciate you doing this.
Yes.
It's been
Thanks for having me
fun.
on, man. This is great.
Um, Tell me about your YouTube channel, what you do there, and anything like that. Tell me about that stuff.
Yeah, YouTube is more I just got started with that. Been on like a 2 week, 3 week hiatus now, but basically just want to spread the word of Bitcoin. Same as I do on my X account, right? Like just get people educated. It's kind of fun making those videos and what can I tell people about Bitcoin to maybe then they'll go tell a friend like, "Oh, I heard about this on YouTube." All right? Like here are the reasons that why Bitcoin is XYZ. So just kind of spreading that word and word of mouth, it really helps just in general. So
Yeah, is it mainly just like a Bitcoin education?
yeah, yeah. Bitcoin education, like reviews of any of the stuff I'm doing, exchanges, credit cards, all my own accord. Nothing's like sponsored. So it's kind of just kind of whatever I feel like talking about on a given week. So
That's awesome, man. What's the name of it?
BitcoinRachy. Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah.
dude. No, that's cool. I'll be looking forward to you posting about how much Bitcoin we're gonna make you buy on
My
Tuesday.
gosh, that's gonna be fun.
And
I've already got it queued up on X. So
do you?
yeah, Tuesday morning.